The most important issues that has to do with civil rights is a lot to do with discrimination, sexism, ableism, ageism, and many other forms of discrimination. The problem is the fact that this isn't just like one type of problem that could occur in the workplace. People used to think it was a simple "you're fired." No, it's a lot more complex and way more important than that, and that the most important issue that we have regarding civil rights for millennials is the subtle form of racism that can occur. People think the fact that we can take our rights for granted, and that due to federal laws of minimum wage and of like being able to have a certain mandated sick days and all that, that we are fine. No, employers can turn these laws against us and can even violate these laws. For example, many immigrants are paid under the table, and they are often paid lower than what they're supposed to be paid. And quite honestly, the thing about it when it comes to civil rights isn't the form of various forms of obvious racism or discrimination. It's rather the subtle forms, the fact that your employer can make you work many hours and say, well, I'm not violating the laws, I haven't done this to you, or being able to prevent you from taking vacation time or sick time with the threat of being fired or losing your ability to get paid. And here's the thing. This is going to be the biggest challenge that millennials are going to be facing, and the fact that we really need to be informed about how we can protect our rights in the workplace. Problem is the fact that many bosses and employers don't want us to get the vacation time that we deserve. Instead, they often are strict and they are aggressive. They often have these mandated 2 weeks notice, but unfortunately, emergencies and dead and serious family matters can happen way later than that. Also, the most important thing when it comes to civil rights is the ability to maintain your job. Many jobs mandate that you have to work there for 1 year in order to take vacation time, which really isn't okay when you have a family matter to deal with. And this is a thing about it, is the fact that many millennials aren't informed about these policies. Instead, it's an ingrained cultural mindset that you need to work in order to get vacation time or sick time, when in reality it's actually a God-given right for us, and that we deserve it, and that we as a millennials need to be informed about this. And yeah, we need to work as a union, and that if we want to be able to understand our rights and the way we protect ourselves, we have to unionize. The thing is to but in order for us to be better informed, unionization is the best way. It teaches us about like certain skills and certain legal pathways that we can take against our employers if we feel that our rights are being violated. We can't just assume that the employer will understand us and trust us. No, we really need to unionize, and a unionized job is a necessary measure to create a better functioning workplace. In order to create workplace equality and workplace friendliness, we need to unionize. This is just the only way out of this problem. We can't just simply just assume that the bosses will understand. Instead, unionization allows workers to maintain their job, increase benefits, and be able to tend to their sick loved ones. And in order for us to fight discrimination and other forms of racism, ableism, unions are the best solution to this problem. Unions themselves protect many workers from being fired, but also protects their rights. It's not just avoiding being fired. That's the main important thing. Another thing they do is they make sure that the bosses or any of your employers do not discriminate or do not give them unfair hours or do not cut their hours or treat them poorly because of a certain gender category. The thing is the fact that unions make sure that harassment and all these other things are not being promoted throughout the workplace. These are the things about how we can inform the millennials. In order for millennials to be informed about how they can protect their rights, unionization is the best way to do it. Unions gives them resources. Unions can allow them to better figure out how to navigate a tight workplace.